Hey guys, so I'm back with this week's update. Last time we saw how we added um, the vehicles, the soldiers and the commandos. But this time we have to add the barriers. We have two types of barriers here, some breakable and unbreakable. So I have this sprite for the barriers. I'll get to choose randomly which whatever I can choose for breakable or for unbreakable barriers. So here I have done in the unit. I have added the enum here for the unbreakable barrier and same for the breakable barrier, and made separate files for them. Similarly, I've created this random function, and similarly I've done it here. I've given them the positions. For the breakable barrier, this bull alive will always remain true, but for the unbreakable barrier, this will become false once we fired it, because it's gonna break. So let's run it. So here we can see that I have got these images here, this commando, this soldier, tank. I have also added some few things, like I've stopped the sprite. Once the commando turns towards the player, it's not gonna turn again, just like this uh, soldier, this commando is doing. The soldier does not turn again. This means that the sprites start from the middle of somewhere, not from the beginning. Let me show you how I've done. Just wait a minute. Yeah, here, got it. So I've added a as the last time I added a counter here. The only thing that I have to change is when the counter reaches a sprite 4. Yeah, this means it's greater than sprite 4. The counter again starts from 0. It means it becomes sprite 0. And but I've done that's why the commando turns towards the left again after facing the player, but the soldier does not do it. Why? Here we can see that when the it's greater than 4, it starts from 4 again. It means as it goes into these sprites, it will start from here again, sprite 4. So that's why we can see it again, that as it this turns towards the player, it does not turns turns towards the left again. Same for the aircraft and same for the tank. Alright guys, that's it for now. My work is almost done here, so bye.
Hello everyone, I'm Talal Zahid and I'm back with another update. This is probably going to be my last update for our OOP project. So for this week what I've done is that I've mainly transferred all my work into Bhutto's code, which is the main code that he's compiling. So that includes the bullets that I've created, missiles, homing missiles, and the collision function which we were using to determine when the bullet is collided. All that work I've transferred into Muhammad Ali Bhutto's code. Furthermore, I've also fixed a couple of bugs in the bullets and the missiles. And one major update that I've made to the code is another type of missiles which the boss will be firing. So these kind of missiles will take a projectile path trajectory rather than the simple straightforward trajectory which I'll be demonstrating. Okay, so let's get to the game. So upon clicking, as you can see, I move the player, and if I click somewhere, you can see both type of missiles are being fired. So let's see. This one is taking a projectile path, and the missile beneath the first one is the homing missile. So you can see for the projectile missile the path is fixed, it's not going to follow me. But the second missile, it is following me, you can see, but that missile was not following me. So these are the two type of missiles that we will be using. And for the bullet, I've corrected one issue that we were facing, that if we used to click near the player like here, the speed of the bullet was drastically lower than if we, for instance, click further away. So now if we click anywhere, the speed is constant and the bullet is fired exactly to the location where the cursor is pointing. So this is what I've been up to this week. And for the homing missiles, I've previously shown you the code, but for this another type of missile which takes the projectile path, here is the code. So you can see I'm again using trigonometric function, but this time I've made a couple of changes. I'm taking the ratio of the position of the missile and the target, and this time I'm taking the target is static, the target is not moving as it was the case for the homing missile. So in the constructor I have set the target x to this variable tx, which remains constant for the entire duration that missile is alive. So this is the main work that I've done. And for the bullet, I've also corrected the issue in the bullet, which we can see here. I'm using trigonometric functions. It's a simple function. Speed x is constant, position x is taking the cos of the angle, and position y is taking sine of the angle. This allows me, so by using angles I am able to make the speed of the bullet constant. So this is what I've done for this week. Hopefully this is sufficient for our project. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video of our OOP project. So the work that I have shown you in the previous weeks, that is the work that I actually had to do. So for this week what I had to do was I had to focus on the UML that I have shown you in the previous weeks. So as I've shown you in the previous weeks that I have displayed a splash screen, I have displayed menus and all, and when they'll combine with the other parts of the game, so they are going to work in a seamless fashion. So but for this week what I had to do was I had to focus on what were my requirements according to the UML. So here you see the code that I have written now. So now what I have done is that I have focused on the things that were in my UML. So I have done I have to do those proper inheritance, the proper way the classes were related to each other, the composition, the inheritance. So all the modifications that you see in the code this week is just that I had to the requirements that I had to meet. Otherwise the outcome is going to be same as before. The splash screen is going to appear and the menu is going to appear and the buttons are going to appear in the same way. So these are the modifications. I have added a screen file as well. There was a separate class for screen, so I have made a screen class, and then I have made the splash class according to it. And the same will be the case with the menus and the buttons. So that is all for this week. Bye.
Hi guys, this is Mohammed Gupta and I'm back with my project Cabal. So this week I have been working on the animation of player for death, and if I show you what I have done, as you can see the enemies are coming, and while they stop they fire, and when the bullet hits the player, the health is being reduced here, and you can see why. And this is the same case for missile, and as soon the health is reduced to 0, the player is died and the game is over. So you can see what I have done here. This is the portion where it detects the enemy attack, and okay, I have started to work on compilation of code, and other than that, yeah, I have also generated power-ups. So if I show you that when I hit the player and as soon it dies, the power-ups are being generated, and they are they also become they are also deallocated as soon after some delay. Now I have to work on the collision of player with them and work on the particular power up, what it does, and yeah, and if let the player die. Oh, okay. And in the main function, yeah, I as I told you that I started to work on the compilation of code, and you can see I have written the code, but for some reason it's not working, so I have to figure out what it is. Okay, so as it's the last week, we are going to complete the game till before Wednesday. Oh, bye guys.
Hello everyone, welcome again in our project Cabal. So in this week I have done all work with my boss, so I will show you. I changed little bit in my move function of boss. So here I am giving the position.x is equal to 550 and position.y is equal to 320, which is moving on x is 550 and position is 320. I will show you when I will run, and these are the conditions of all positions of boss. So, and in turret is set the turret's movement on the basis of player's move. So here I change this. Now I will show you what I get. So this boss is coming and the turret is moving according to player's movement, and boss is moving like this. So it will stay little bit after changing the position, and it is hitting this. So collision work is my other friend, he will do this. So this is all my part which I have done. So thank you.